Coming up on today's show, we have music legend Nile Rodgers to talk to us.
And in a brand new segment, we have Stranded, where two students swap strands for a day to see what's like in another department.
We have the Visual Arts and Design Showcase.
And we speak to the BPI to find out how they run a BRIT Awards and how they support our school.
Plus, we have our news segment, BRIT Heroes, where we find out who's the big hero around the school.
Is it you?
I wish it was.
Is it any of you? No? Yeah? No. Cool. Yeah.
By the way.
May the fourth be with you. I'm Georgia Mategovu.
And I'm Meg McGrady. And today we have got tons coming up on the show.
I'm excited.
But first, we have a musical performance from Shea McAllister with You Don't Know Me Anymore. come over here. Oh my goodness. She's coming over, coming over.
Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Amazing. I'm amazing.
Oh, that was so beautiful, honestly. That's the sort of thing that I'd listen for, like, just when I need to chill out and relax, or before I go to sleep.
I feel like I could, like, just be in my bed right now listening to music and fall asleep.
So, you're a music strand. What inspires you to create beautiful music just like that?
I think growing up with music in my household, definitely. My family are all very musical, so I've just had music around me ever since I was tiny, and it just sort of brought me into the world of music, and I love it because it's everywhere. My brother plays drums, and it's just, there's just such a musical household. I love it.
And tell us a little bit about that particular performance and what like inspired you to create that song.
So that song was actually the first song I'd ever written from start to finish last year, and it was my first way of sort of letting out emotion through song, because I find now definitely that writing music definitely is a great way of letting out emotion, and it was my first attempt at it, and yeah, that was the outcome.
For a first attempt, that's amazing.
Attempt, yeah.
My first song was terrible, honestly, that I ever wrote.
I actually like wrote poems and they're like awful. So there you go.
So thank you so much. We're going to hear more later. Very exciting. But now we're going to go, and Nile Rodgers came into the school, and it's very exciting. So he came to talk to us. So let's go to the clip.
She said, she'll be all right.
First of all, could you just tell us about what you've been doing at the BRIT School here today, and what's your visit been like?
The visit was fantastic. I was attempting to give a masterclass, and the reason why I love doing it because I try and take the pulse of the audience and figure out what's the most interesting things that I can give that would be of some kind of future benefit to them. I know it's almost impossible. I couldn't sit down with each person individually and say, okay, well, we're going to practice these Lydian scales and do this. So I try and give, in this particular setting, more like life lessons. And if you're pursuing a career in the music business, or really arts in general, that there's a certain methodology that I've, followed. I don't necessarily recommend that they do it, but it shows you that if you are dedicated, which I was extremely dedicated, you will probably get tons of things wrong, but at some point in time, the planets will start to align, and usually you'll get to where you want to be.
How many people in this room are guitar players? Okay, now really be honest, don't be embarrassed. Now keep your hands up, keep them up, Don't be embarrassed. How many of you can really read music very well? Bingo! That's why I'm me.
So that was incredible.
I feel really inspired by Nile Rodgers.
But now we've got our new segment.
Stranded.
Stranded. I'm so excited. Like when they pitched this, I was like, I can't wait to see this. So
What strand would you go into if you had to pick one?
I don't know. I mean, I was going to apply for music if I wasn't going to apply for musical theatre, but I'd love to see what it's like in like TTA or something like that. So
Yeah, because I can imagine like them building things like really interesting and stuff. That I'd probably choose to go into theatre for the day. I think that'd be really interesting.
that'd be very interesting. Go hang out with some Luke, Martin, and Kieran for a bit.
That'll be fun.
Not that we don't see them enough, but now we have our guests.
One of them.
One
One
of
out of
them.
2 isn't bad.
Oh wait,
2 out of 2 is better. 1, 2, 3. She's hit. Yay!
So we have Izzy McIntosh from TTA and Elliot Wright from theatre.
So guys, how did it go? How are you feeling?
It went really well. A bit grubby, it's not really my thing, but it did go, it was enjoyable, like seeing what goes on behind the stage.
Izzy, how did you
I think it was really fun. I was really out of my comfort zone because I'm so used. obviously I'm in TTA, I'm so used to being behind the scenes, like working for the theatre students, and then I became the theatre student, like I was acting in front of a whole class, and it was really stressful, but...
And what did you think of the stereotypes? Were they accurate?
Yeah, well, they weren't fully accurate. Like, I thought originally TTA, they're a bit like plumbers and builders, a bit like rude and stubborn and like really manly, and not really that social. When I walked in there, like everyone was nice. So they were a bit of the stereotype was that they're like quite rough and like they're screaming and shouting, which was true, but they were still nice.
Yeah, I mean, just the general stereotypes for theatre is that they're loud, which they were, and then, I don't know, they were all just really friendly, they were really nice. It was nice actually being with them and acting with them as opposed to getting angry at them for like breaking props and stuff, which they usually do, but...
Well, should we watch it then? Let's have a look at Stranded.
Stop trying to bite me! Stop trying to bite me! Shakespeare is not drunk! Shakespeare is not cocaine! Hello everybody, my name's Luke. Welcome to this brand new section, this brand new segment on BRIT Live. It's called Stranded. This is Vodka, I Wanna Die. Today, we got Izzy McIntosh. She's from TTA. She's building a set for Much Ado. She's gonna be a lesson with us today, doing voice, so that she knows how to act.
I don't want to.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I'm in Year 12 TTA.
Hi, I'm Elliot. I'm in theatre in Year 11. Theatre is hard work, but you get a lot of reward from it. So like you get to perform in front of an audience, and everyone in theatre, we are like a family, but like TTA, there's always like the Debbie Downers who like just always bring the mood down or something. Then I just lift it up, as you do, you know.
Why do we need to fill these in?
So that it's smooth, so that when you paint it, you don't see all the holes where you've screwed it together.
So you really go to that much detail? Yeah. But if you was on the stage, nobody's really going to look at the holes, are they?
Some people do.
Yeah, it's probably something I would do, just to bitch about it. Fill in.
Fill in?
I'm coming really straight now.
You're becoming straight?
Yeah.
By doing
I feel
this?
This is like what my dad does. He did it to the skirting boards.
Right, so in theatre, it's really like, it's clean, spacious, freewheeling. It's just nice.
Oh my god! It's not! Would they want bangs rather than filled with mine?
The vibe is like positive, and you'll go in, and everyone is friendly and welcoming. It's like a family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
You know, you gotta get stuck in. If someone asks you to do something, you just gotta be like, you can't be like, oh, I'm not really bothered. Like, you gotta be like, right, because otherwise, literally, as the saying goes, the show must go on. If you don't do your part in construction or stage management, then the shows that that are put on at BRIT literally can't go on because there'll be nothing to show.
Yeah, that's true.
Too much hard work. I'm gonna have a sweat out when I'm standing up the yard. Oh, my nails are getting ruined. This is tragic. Too much effort. I've released a bit of anger, but I don't have that much hatred.
If you want to put rust spray on, ideally do it like around the edges, like in the cracks, because that's what would rust first.
What happens if I over rust it?
We can just paint it.
It looks like fake tan.
It does a bit, doesn't it? It's actually quite
Yeah, it looks like my tan.
Try again.
Right, I'll try what last time.
The fridge is the only thing.
Can I go this way?
Go for it. Try here, and anywhere that's visible.
I was going to think of someone I really don't like. I can't bait that out. Just can't. Because they just think that they're better than me. You know, I'm the queen. I'm the best. What is that? Oh, I feel like I'm a personal trainer. I do. I feel like I'm on The Biggest Loser. That's
that I feel like I'm on.
What have you learned, Elliot?
I've learned what actually goes on behind the stage. So I'm just used to going on the stage and performing, but the work which goes on behind, so like the filling, the sawing, the making, and just so much stuff like that. So I feel like I appreciate a lot more that actually goes on for a show.
How's it different to BPI? In every single way possible. It's not dirty.
That was great, Sam.
It was really fun. It was not what I was expecting, but I knew I was expecting to be stressed, which I was. But it was fine. It was fun stress. I was a bit scared when I was about to perform it in front of everyone, but it went well. People applauded, so out of pity probably, but it's okay.
So, do you have any bruises left, Izzy?
The what was it called? The physical theatre? Yeah, it was really like rough. Like I was not expecting to be thrown into such like a, I don't even know how to describe it. It was very not what I was expecting. But I can say that you do get more bruises in TTA, not, you know, because we have to carry, so it's a bit of a competition, but we definitely do get more bruises and injuries from constantly carrying stuff and pushing stuff around, and yeah.
Elliot, what was the hardest thing they made you do that day?
Probably all the walking and the exercise. Like, things.
You had hammers and everything.
Exactly.
And walking was the worst.
Me and the gym don't get along. And me and the hammer, we're not made for each other. So probably like the exercise and the strength. I did actually leave with a really aching arm. So I had a nice bath, but it's not really my thing. It's just too much exercise.
So you wouldn't be changing strands forever then?
No,
sorry. Stick to what I know.
But it was a good experience at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It was fun to change it up.
Yeah, see what goes on behind performing.
Nice. Well, we'll be having more next time. Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you.
And if you want to nominate a BRIT Hero or even take part in Stranded, then email britlive@brit.croydon.sch.uk, because I even mentioned our new segment, BRIT Heroes.
It's coming up soon.
It's coming up soon.
Along with more from BPI as well, where we find out how the BRIT Awards actually works.
And visual arts design showcase their work in our very own OB Theatre. But now, after that, we will see Amy Clark hosting the style segment.
Back at it again.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Freddie Smith and you're watching BRIT Live. Today we're at the VAD Art Show. Just open, let's go in and have a little look around. Hi, I'm here with Neve and Simone, and they're both VAD students.
Hi.
And so how long have you been working on your projects?
Well, it's like a collection. So I've got a piece from my first one, which was like way back in like September.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah, so I've got a photography piece in there, print, and
you've got your graphics.
And graphics as well, yeah.
What was your favourite piece in the show?
I really like Jessie Nichols' piece with the swinging sponge because the audience can interact with it and it has a really nice message. It's quite simple.
Yeah, so nice. I like Lily Walters' piece in year 13. She did a fine art piece of like someone's face, and then she made it 2D and 3D. I thought that was so cool.
So what was your favourite piece?
I really enjoyed my brother's pieces. He did like a shoe mask out of a shoe, and then he did a horntail outfit out of trousers.
I think the outfit I most enjoyed was my friend Wilf's, who did a jumper sort of all around Generation Z, and like he had headphones coming out of the string, I can't remember, and it was covered in fake barbed wire.
That was Freddie Smith with the Year 13 VAD show in a VT made by Year 12 media students, especially for their course here at school. You're now joined by me, Amy Clark, for the style segment. Now, the BRIT School is all about creativity and individuality, so it's no surprise that students here have their own unique sense of style. So we're going to take this opportunity to showcase that, talking to them about their fashion and inspirations.
I don't really have any people I look up to in regards to style, because I just feel like it's a very unique thing that you have to kind of find yourself. Obviously I get inspired by a few bloggers, and basically I watch a lot of thrift shop videos on YouTube because I love to thrift shop and find things that are unique in charity shops and stuff.
Do you think being at BRIT School has any influence on your style, or maybe you feel free to express yourself?
Yes, before I came here, because you obviously have to wear uniform and you don't really experiment with style, I didn't have that freedom to explore what I liked, so I feel like I wouldn't be at the stylish level I'm at if I didn't come here and if I didn't meet the people around me who also have very unique makeup and style.
My style is quite the agenda of gender, if you will. I personally think if clothes don't have genitals, then they equally don't have a gender.
Is there anyone in particular that inspires your style?
Definitely Jaden Smith, because he agrees with me on the fact that clothes do not have a gender, and I know that's very repetitive, but it's something I'm all here for.
Do you think anything to do with being in theatre inspires your style?
In a way, yeah, I agree with that statement, because with theatre, the world of theatre, you are being somebody else, and when you act, you start to realise so many different parts of you as a person. That has definitely had an effect on the way I dress, definitely.
I don't think I'm really inspired by anything. I'd say that I kind of just wear what I like.
What about being at BRIT? Do you take any inspiration from the people around you, or feel more comfortable in what you wear here?
Yeah, I'd say that I definitely feel a lot more comfortable with the way I can express myself in terms of my clothing. So where I live, it's kind of there's a certain way to dress, and if you don't dress that way, you get judged, and kind of people laugh. Well, they don't laugh at you, but they kind of oh, why are you wearing that? But here you can kind of really go out there, and I feel compared to other people, I'm not really that out there, but I respect everyone's kind of dress sense.
Since I came to this school, I have a bit of a vintage style, but before that I was kind of a bit Harajuku, the Japanese youth style, but I've mixed it up a bit now.
Do you think that being at BRIT School you can express yourself a bit more than maybe other schools?
Well, every day I try and wear something completely different, so I think it really inspires me, and everyone's so nice about what I wear. In my old school they weren't, and also we had a uniform and we could wear what we wanted. It wasn't, that everyone's not very nice to me. But now at this school I feel so accepted and loved, and it's really great.
Nice. Are there any particular places you enjoy shopping?
Well, so I wear a lot of vintage stuff now, so I do a lot of markets and vintage shops.
I'm inspired by a lot of 60s and 70s fashion, so I'm kind of wearing this this orange kind of paisley shirt that I found on eBay for about £5, which is fun, it's groovy. And I also like to wear dental health inspired badges because I believe in the cleanliness of teeth.
Do you think your music plays into your style, being a musician?
Most definitely. I dress in a way that is inspired by my favourite musicians, because I'm into kind of late 60s, early 70s psychedelic stuff, and it's kind of inspired by what they wear. Pretty rad, pretty groovy.
That's all for this episode's style segment. Join us next time where we'll be looking at more fashion essentials, inspirations and looks from around the BRIT School.
So, everyone here knows that the BRIT Awards is partly, it's great. It's a great thing.
Had a great time at mine.
We've all, who's here's been to the BRIT Awards? And
enjoyed it.
did you enjoy it? Yes.
Great.
So, what is actually the BRIT Awards about?
So the British phonographic industry runs the BRIT Awards, and it basically sponsored our school, and then a few people in our crew went to go visit the BRIT Awards. No, the BPI people, that's who they went to visit to find out how they link towards our school. That's all they did, you'll find out, yeah. I don't know.
Hi, I'm at the BPI, the British Phonographic Industry. They are responsible for organising the BRIT Awards and helping emerging talent. Their member record labels account for 85% of all music sold in the UK, which is why I'm here to get some advice about how young musicians can get themselves into the music industry. How does the kind of BPI and the BRIT Awards support projects like the BRIT School through the BRIT Trust?
Well, so the BRIT Trust is a fantastic charity. Not many people really know about that, so we're not doing a good job talking about it. We need to do more. But essentially, that was set up by the BPI as the charitable arm of the BRIT Awards, effectively. And since it was set up, I think, again, I think since it was 1989, it's raised more than £20 million, more than half of which has actually come to the BRIT School. It played a key role in setting up the BRIT School. And it also supports charities like Nordoff Robbins, who of course are based at the BRIT School as well.
And do you think that the BRIT Awards is something that students at the BRIT School should aspire to work on or perform on or even get one?
Of course, and we've had many celebrated examples. Of course, Adele is one of its greatest sort of recipients, but I think Ella Eyre and others have all kind of come through those doors, and they've appeared on the BRIT Awards, and it gives them a fantastic opportunity to sort of connect not just with fans and the mainstream public at home, but with a wider audience overseas, which I think is increasingly important.
So do you think it's realistic for students to aspire to do that?
Absolutely, but not necessarily just as performers. I mean, we should remember only a few select people get to be that privileged and lucky to go on to be a successful recording artist or actor, for example, or to go on the stage in some way. But there are so many other roles that I think, and clearly this is recognised by the BRIT School, that people can take on, working behind the scenes in production or in technology, in PR, in marketing. And obviously record labels are a very good home for these talents too. So I think the Brits are a showcase not just for the artists, but for the whole of the music industry and all the production that goes on behind it. We're second to none when it comes to those production values. And that's why we're so proud of the BRIT School as well, because it really trains those people in different sort of different areas of skill.
This year as well, there was quite a lot of political messages kind of within the show. For example, Stormzy took on the Prime Minister about Grenfell and also the Daily Mail. Do you think that the BRIT Awards is a kind of platform for perhaps political messages, but also reflecting the emotions that the country is feeling?
Well, it's certainly become that, and not just the BRIT Awards, but the Grammys, which take place a few weeks before, the BAFTAs on the film side. So what used to be just a straightforward entertainment show, where the worst that might happen would be a kind of a cock-up on the auto cue, and there's many examples of Sam Fox and Mick Fleetwood, I think, back in the 80s, where it was all kind of messed up. So they were the things that would sort of give the producers a bit of a kind of sleepless night, but that's as kind of bad as it got. But in recent years, particularly I think with social media becoming so powerful as well, these awards ceremonies also become a bit of a symbol for the wider industry as well, and they take on kind of greater significance because, as you say, it's an opportunity for a political platform as well, and people look to it to see how it acts, how it behaves, whether it's going to try to communicate something of importance for the wider industry. And of course, if you've got talent coming up, the artists who are receiving the awards or performing, they may want to take advantage of that moment to say something that matters strongly to them.
Do you think that being signed is necessarily a good thing, and how do you think that it's kind of seen or represented in the industry?
I think being signed is always a good thing. If you'd rather have a record company on your side than not, but it doesn't exclude the possibility of you being successful on your own terms, in your own way. I've referenced the grime community before. They've been very entrepreneurial. They'll put their music on at venues, and they'll sort of earn money from that. They use YouTube, and lots of sort of sites to be able to actually sort of find their audience very successfully, and to grow to a certain point and to be successful artists. But if you want to get to that next level, then very often that's where the record company, with its expertise and its connections all around the world and its resource, can sort of come in.
Meg, yes. Something's changed. Have you noticed?
What's changed?
You've not noticed?
No, I haven't.
It's a new set. Oh my god! Yeah! New set, new graphics, new everything. We're on the floor.
I know.
That's different.
That's a bit different.
Crew, give me a whoop whoop if you like the set. Yeah, everyone likes the set. So yeah, do you like the set, Joe?
I love the new set. I think it's amazing. We have 3 screens,
Mhm.
which is, I mean, we had one before and it was about that size. So that's massive. What have we? There's so many cameras there.
I know. Like.
Yeah, it is superb. It's glowing.
Mhm. Is there any pictures? Are you in any of the pictures?
I'm in that one, that one, that one. Yeah, I'm in a few.
Would you believe it? I'm in none.
Are you not in any?
I'm gonna tell all of them. I'm in none. I'm in one.
But you're on the show right now.
I'm on the show.
We're in the show. That's the important thing.
That's the important thing.
Important thing.
You got something new.
I've got something brand new.
What is it?
Let me introduce it to you. This is BRIT Heroes.
Heroes, just for one day.
So, BRIT Heroes is our brand new segment where we're going to be celebrating somebody who's been doing, or going to do, or has done something amazing in the BRIT School community. So, without further ado, please welcome the first BRIT Hero of Forever, Frankie from CAT. Hey, how are you? I'm great. So, we've been through this a few times in rehearsal.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me why you're the BRIT Hero?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm in CAP, which is basically the community arts practice course. So we basically do performing arts in BRIT, and then we go to different communities like old, young, special education needs people, loads of different communities, and we just work with them and we perform with them and stuff. So yeah.
And you're doing something really special over in the Caribbean, right?
Yep, so in summer, in July, I'm flying out on the 10th, but the course doesn't actually start until the 15th. To the 29th, I am going to Grenada to do some community work there. So I'm going to be helping to regenerate the island after the hurricane that hit and devastated a lot of the Caribbean islands. So I'll be helping to rebuild homes, to visit some elderly people, clean up beaches, and through the skills I've learnt through CAT, I'm going to be doing some workshops and stuff with them as well.
So, in terms of getting there, how are you going to do that?
Well, luckily for me, I've had loads of practice and loads of training, stuff like that. So I've always been like a people's person.
Yeah.
I love people. Like growing up, my parents have always fostered, so like way before I was born.
Wow,
so
yeah.
my house is literally like Tracy Beaker. So I've always been like a people's person, always kind of been in that community environment.
So, like, you're going to fly, right?
Yeah.
Do you need, and to sort of keep yourself going while you're over there, do you need funds?
Yeah, so luckily I've done some sponsorships and I've raised a lot of money here at BRIT. So I just did one cake sale here and I raised actually £52.
Wow.
So that was really good.
Was that like in one break time?
One break time, yeah.
That's a lot of money. Wow,
I
okay.
was so happy.
You should invest in that maybe for BRIT Live funds.
Yeah.
So, can we help you in any way? Is there
Yeah, so I've got a GoFundMe page up now. I've checked it, it's running, it's fine.
Perfect.
So, it's
we can post that on our social media.
It's in my Instagram bio.
Cool. If you head over to the BRIT Live Instagram, Facebook and Twitter pages, we'll link to that for you. I think it's time for the original BRIT Hero, as he branded himself, Dan Clark. He's going to present you with your prize. Please welcome Dan Clark, everybody.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. It's just a great honour to present this to you.
Thank you, Dan.
I was there for your cake sale. The cakes were good.
Donated.
Hopefully we'll get another cake sale soon.
Didn't you make your cakes yourself? Myself.
Yeah.
All myself.
Wow.
So,
Dedication.
Just a little something from
Thank
BRIT
you.
Live and the BRIT School to say we're proud of you. Well done.
Thank you very much, Frankie, and amazing luck on your expedition.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Congratulations. Dan looked like Santa with the red bag over his shoulder coming around.
Anyway, I think that's it. We've had a great all-female show.
Yes, me and you, Meg, together.
But this is like our second live show, isn't it?
It's my last show presenting, so goodbye. Goodbye, good friends, goodbye. But this is the end.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be booth and we'll still be here.
My ghost will be here. That's what I said. That's me.
The ghost of you.
The ghost of me. So yeah.
Anyway, we'll be back next month, don't worry.
And to finish off our show, we have Shea again with a fantastic song, This Is Flame.
sprung from your head. You had chocolate around your mouth when I said, what you doing on your Xbox? Shush, sis, I'm trying to play Roblox. I wonder what goes on in your mind, 'cause creativity is so hard to find, but I'm totally in awe of everything that you stand for. Do 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 do, you are my flame. Do 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 do, you are my flame. Drumming away in your bedroom whilst I'm playing guitar in my room too. It must drive our parents insane, but we like music and that's okay. You're gorging on ice cream in the snow, or you're making some creatures out of Fimo. Your ginger curls catch in the sun whilst you're running around and you're having fun. Do 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 do, you are my flame. Do 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 do, you are my flame. And if anyone tries to tell you that you're not good enough, or if anyone tries to hurt you, I'll be there for you, love. Although I'm just your sister, I'm forever a friend. So let's stick together until the very end. Da 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 da. You are my flame, 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 you are my flame. Thank you.